At Jackson Field, there's really something for everybody, whether it's getting your face painted, doing a magic trick, or going home with a cool balloon flower. But the training isn't finished just yet. It started on Monday and will resume again tomorrow morning at Ford Field. On top of providing resources for the community, Eli's project also has hats and hoodies that you can purchase to help support the cause. Inside the barn, there's hundreds of thousands of Christmas lights and over 80 Christmas trees. James Romans built the Lulabelle tank 25 years ago. It's made primarily out of wood and weighs about 1,500 pounds. It may not look like much now, but soon this vacant parking lot is going to become Lansing's new public safety complex. Here at Lansing Community College, hundreds of people looking for jobs got a chance to speak with team members of Lansing's Ultium cell battery plant. They're looking to fill a ton of positions to help build electric vehicle batteries. I've never had gizzard before, so I'm gonna go ahead and be brave and taste this for you guys. So I'm gonna dip it right here, dip it in my cocktail. Cheers to the camera. Not bad.
Amaya, what can you tell us?
Yeah, good morning, Taylor. As you can see behind me right now, even though that tentative deal was met, workers are still out here holding their signs at the picket, going strong. And as you can see behind me, this is just some of the storm damage from that tornado that passed through here on Friday. This is City Hall, and it's just one of the many buildings that is damaged. Good morning, Kellen. You know, like I said, we are driving along with the Ingham County Sheriff right now and the Superintendent of Hope Public Schools. Really is something for everybody here, from food to games to, of course, hot air balloons. Now, I'm here joined live with Diane Samples, who is with the Howell Chamber of Commerce. Now, Diane, what's your favorite part of Balloon Fest?
Mystery Walker.
One by one, names were read and honored.
Just the sheer number of names is mind-boggling.
Each bell representing a child who lost their life to gun violence.
We chime a bell and solemnly remember each of those young, precious children.
Members from Spirit of Peace Church of the Brethren lined in front of the state capitol, advocating for change.
It's just heartbreaking. It's unconscionable. I have a new great-granddaughter, and as I hold her, she's 1 month, and as I hold her in my arms, I cannot even imagine her body experiencing the violence that these young children have felt.
Beverly Leaf says the tragedy on Michigan State University's campus in February, which left 3 students dead and 5 others injured, pushed the group to take action.
Today is about the kids.
Back in May, Governor Gretchen Whitmer signed a series of red flag and safe storage laws to keep guns away from those at risk of harming themselves or others, a decision that doesn't sit well with some defenders of the Second Amendment.
In the last 2-3 years, our rights have been shredded.
People fighting for Second Amendment rights have also been rallying at the Capitol. They believe these laws go against a person's constitutional right to defend themselves.
There's no evidence that having less guns has ever made anyone safer.
And we're not talking about taking away people's Second Amendment rights here. We need to legislate the safety of guns.
A debate over how to keep children safe that continues at Michigan's Capitol and in communities around the state.
Give me 1 minute.
It's a case that stirred up many emotions.
My worst abuse was between 2014 and 2016. I mean, it was at every single appointment.
The man who was supposed to be a trusted doctor turned into hundreds of victims' worst nightmare.
You told me to kill myself, not just once, but many other times, and unfortunately, I let you get the best of me, because after you ended my career, I tried.
Larry Nasser was a sports medicine physician employed by Michigan State University and the USA Gymnastics team doctor.
To be clear, I blame Larry Nasser, and I also blame an entire system that enabled and perpetrated his abuse.
After decades of fighting for justice, the FBI, Michigan State University, and USA Gymnastics have now all settled with the survivors of Larry Nasser.
When you go after the government, it's hard. But this case was very unique because their own investigation revealed that there were some issues, that they committed negligence, that there was a cover-up. And as a result of their negligence, over 139 women were assaulted.
When the FBI settlement was first reported last week, a Nasser victim advocate said while this is the end legally,
The nightmares continue, the anxiety and some of the emotional repercussions that they live with continue.
I say short prayers all the time. Thank you, God, that I'm alive.
C.O. Bauer has lived over a century.
Well, I'm 101.
And has many stories to tell, from his time at Carson City High School to serving 3.5 years in the military.
This is my photo in 1943.
The year he was drafted at just 19 years old.
Well, you're somewhat apprehensive, but back in that era, most of us weren't very cosmopolitan, and we hadn't been anywhere. So, you know, certainly it was an adventure.
Now he's taking a trip back to where he once served, traveling from Ithaca, Michigan to France. Staying for 10 days, attending D-Day ceremonies and a plaque dedication in Mandeville, where his 95th Infantry Division camped back in 1944.
I will be the only veteran there out of the 95th Infantry Division. It was my duty to go if I could make it. And so God bless, I hope that I get there in good shape and do it.
The 95th Infantry Division, also known as the Iron Men of Metz, fought to liberate and defend the French city from the Germans during World War II. CO says visiting France is always nostalgic as it floods back memories of the past.
So we veterans that do get there are overwhelmed with what we encounter.
But he's excited for what's to come.
Vive la France, and long live the United States of America.
Police are now on the scene of another situation unfolding in Lansing, this one at West Shiawassee and North Sycamore Street. That's where we find News 10's Jordan Burrell tonight. Jordan, what do we know so far? Just a few months ago, Simpson was on social media telling fans he was feeling good and hoping to be back on the golf course. Simpson's death won't end the court battles. The civil judgment to the Goldman family is reportedly still mostly not paid. A Gratiot County man is dead after investigators say he ran a red light on his motorcycle and hit a truck head-on. It happened just before 7 this morning on Monroe Road in Pine River Township. Our Revolution on the left and the Lincoln Project on the right hope to use the uncommitted vote as a way for voters to send a message about their displeasures with both candidates. Requesting a tax filing extension gives you 6 more months to get your paperwork together. But keep in mind, extensions don't give you more time to pay if you owe taxes. If you would like to check on current projects that are underway and know when they're expected to finish, you can find a link to that on our website at WILX.com. Consumer investigator Carice Jackman spoke with 2 experts who are working on ways to solve the shortage problem and has tips on what you can do to find an affordable home.